If it tells me to run, I shouldn't have ran. Fuck! Should I walk slowly or should I stop moving at all? I hate this shit! Meep meep! Konnichiwa minasan, RONEN'S, and welcome back to the grand finale of Yomawari Midnight Shadows. I recorded this intro just after I finished the game. I wanted to give a heads up that I'm gonna scream a lot in this video, and to know two things. One, I will explain the story because it was a bit confusing after the end of the game. Also because the game took such a dark turn in the last two episodes. I feel like I want to share a minute or two just to address that. Enjoy the episode. Oh, how the fuck do I read this? Okay guys, I tried to pause and read it, but it's a bit too hard for me. It's like I can barely pick up some few words here and there. And also, I think there's something written in big letters around it. So the only thing I know for now that it says it's all my fault, and I don't know, maybe it will be revealed later what it says here, or I'm gonna have to try to figure out by myself later. So what happened here? Did Yui got back here when she was searching for a lost memory and found out about the dead puppy that she buried, which is Kuro, and read her own letter which reminded her everything, and then just became a vengeful spirit? Is this how the two just gonna say goodbye to each other? It looks really brutal. I'm really not okay with it. I mean, I was expecting, even if she is dead, like, I don't know, it's not a happy ending that I'm looking for, but like a closure. It didn't look like a closure. It looks sad. Or did she meet the Sparta demon again and it made her demonic now? We are currently heading to where Yui hanged herself, and that's the last thing that I want. When you see an item, oh, I don't know why it's giving me the guide all over again. Okay, whatever. I didn't actually pick it up. Oh, okay. What? The last thing I want Haru to see now is Yui's dead body hanging on a tree. I think she's been through enough. Alright, we're here. Oh man, I don't want her to see this. It's that weird monument, which still I can't click on it. Oh man, here it comes. Her body not here. What? Is Haru gonna suicide too now? Because that's gonna piss me off. I think I just heard Poopoo. Am I wrong? A note. Tomorrow is fireworks day. Another note from Yui. I promised Haru that we would go. Haru is going to move away. But one day I hope that I can see the fireworks again with her. Even after she moves away, I'm going to write her a bunch. Maybe next summer I'll see Haru again. This doesn't make sense anymore. If she was suicidal, why is she talking like this? It doesn't seem like she's giving up. This note. So did the demon cause her to suicide? Poopoo. This time I definitely heard him. Paper scrap 1. Oh shit. I should have seen Poopoo first. No. Nope. Okay guys, I restarted this because I was really scared that for some reason the game is gonna save my choice here, which I clicked automatically because I just wanted to see what's gonna happen. So maybe the game offers you like a choice between suiciding after losing Yui, or I don't know, following Poopoo and seeing what's gonna happen if I follow him. I don't want to do this yet until I see what's going on with Poopoo, so come to me. Oh, the game guide is telling me to suicide. No. Keep moving. Nope. I'm gonna ignore you. Keep moving. Please do not go back. I don't know, man. No. Come to me. No. Stop that. You're kinda creeping me out. Come to me. No. Please come here. Shut the fuck up. You fucking demonic shit. No. You're telling me to... Nope. I'm not gonna trust red font. Just a little further. Come here. No, or I can't take it anymore. Again, I can't take it anymore. So is that associated with the god that, like, kills you if you can't deal with stuff? Did he really influence Yui to suicide? Is that the thing here? Is this the god of the shrine? And because Yui came here with all those bad thoughts, he made her suicide, even though on the letter she wrote that she's gonna deal with this and keep sending letters to Haru. Fuck you, I'm not listening to you. No. Guys, I keep clicking on no. And I'm gonna skip it if nothing happens. So at what point is this becomes impossible? Like after 20 clicks? Okay, I don't think there's another option here. Like doing nothing, and I don't know how many times I fucking pressed it. More than 20, that's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna click on that. How sad, you fucking piece of shit. Mr. Kotowari? How do you know it's him? I can't hear the voice anymore. Oh, the thing we read on the board before we got here. Don't listen to anything the voices say. Thank you so much. Why are you thinking it? It's fucking evil. What? I'm so confused. What's going on now? Is he Mr. Kotowari? I don't know how Haru decided that this is Mr. Kotowari. Wait. Oh, jeez. So what, is this supposed to be a good demon? I don't know, man. It kind of looks demonic and sinister to me. But then there's the thing where he killed another demon. I have no idea what I'm actually thinking anymore. I could be wrong so hard. Alright, let's just go with it. Why did you save me? Because I called for you? I'm so confused. When did we call for him? When where's Poopoo? Because I said I couldn't take it anymore? So is he the god? Was that his shrine? I don't know anymore what's going on. Relationship scissors. Big bright red scissors. They're very sharp. And it looks like they could cut my arm easily. I don't know how anything about that sounds like relationship. But it's a key. So where do I use it? So hold on, where's Poopoo? Before I go into the creepy fucking tunnel. I don't hear him anymore. And who put this board over here again? I'm going all the way back just to make sure that I'm not missing something critical with Poopoo. Come closer, again. Come closer. Okay, so it's not letting me out of here. It seems like nothing gonna happen. So I guess, I don't know, Poopoo is not here. Alright, back at the tunnel. I don't see Poopoo here. I don't think there's anything different over here. It still offers... No, it doesn't offer the suicide option anymore. Okay, here we go. There's a small hole. Go inside. Yeah, sure. What else can happen? Can it be even worse? Well, why is it so loud even inside of a tunnel? Beautiful. Blood. Am I not supposed to pass the bloodline? Oh, I can't actually pass. I have to click on it. It's a red spider web. Oh, it's a spider web. Oh, it's spider web. The spider demon. It's huge. I've never seen this before. Cut it with the scissors. Sure. I need answers. Why Mr. Kotowari saved me? Wasn't it supposed to kill me after I picked up the option of that I can't take it anymore because the god is supposed to save people that can't endure pain anymore? What the hell is going on? Oh, I just noticed there are a million of them. What is this place? Is this another inner shrine inside of the cave? Where am I? Oh, okay. Oh, wait. It's Yui? Yeah, it's Yui. How did she get here? Was that before the suicide? Alright, I'm getting some flashback. Yui. Paper scrap 2. It says, I can't say goodbye to Haru. Tomorrow, I'll tell her we should meet again. We're finally learning all the answers to the questions we had. Okay, Yui is... Whoa, something startled her. Really startled her. It's the spider demon? Oh, there's something else here. It's gone. Oh, where is it? Oh, there it is. Oh, just a coin. Okay. Oh! There you are, you piece of shit. Ugh. Oh, I have none of that. No, I have none of that. Cut it. I'm gonna keep going. Okay, that's the thing that startled her. Oh, jeez. What's going on now? There's something here again. Just a stone. I should have my rocks ready. Maybe the game trying to give me weapons. Okay. What now? Whew. No. Fuck off. No, it's not doing anything to him. Or did I just miss him? Okay. Can I actually scare him? Oh, he stopped. Alright, maybe it does have an effect on him. No, another memory. Okay, Yui is looking up. Sorry that I'm not saying much. It's like I already pretty much said everything that is on my mind. Now it's just the part of discovering the pieces that we don't know. Oh, jeez! Fuck off! Fuck off! All of you, fuck off! Oh, jeez. I still have the bag. I don't know if I should use the bag. Because I have only one. Okay, guys, a small inconvenient mistake. I just noticed when I progressed a bit that the recording stopped recording. And so I didn't really get too far from where the recording stopped, but enough to piss me off. Now when it wasn't recording, two flashbacks happened. The first flashback happened before I saved, so I won't be able to show it again. The second flashback, the important one, happened after I saved. Now the one that I won't be able to show is really pointless one. You can only see Yui just throwing a rock and one of the spiders just starting to chase after her. But nothing really important about that one. The second flashback, and that's really important for the story, happened after I saved. So it just pissed me off that it doesn't work and jeez! I already dodged it and it still fucking scares this shit out of me. So story-wise, everything is okay. But I just hate when stuff like that happen. And... oh, I guess I can dodge them like that. Alright. There you go. Now, I can't really tell what's falling down. I've seen this before, but I don't think until I edit this and I freeze it by frame, I won't be able to tell what's falling down from the sky. Are those hearts? I can't really tell. Okay, there you go. Hold on. Come on. What's the Caesar's demon role? Oh, his name is Mr. Kotowari, I guess? What is he? What is his role? Why did he save me? Did he save me? I don't know what's going on. I'm really hoping that I'm gonna get answers to that. Oh! Oh, I thought I'm doomed. Okay, there you go. Okay, hearts are falling down from the sky. What are those, man? I have no idea what it is. So this is the save. And now the really important story-wise flashback will occur. So you just go into this fucking weirdo cave. And then this piece of shit greets you. Oh man, you're so twitchy and disgusting, man. Oh, no. Okay, I'm good. Okay. Where is this place? Alright, so this is where the important flashback starts. Bang. Ladies and gentlemen, Haru was here before. And she's kinda shaking or turning into a Super Saiyan. But what is the meaning of this? There's something that we don't know. And it could be the cause for everything, including Yui's death. I've been to this place before. And then Yui and I... Yui. That's it. This is pretty much where my recording ended. I have to keep moving. So you go forward here and then you reach over this area. And it took me a bit to notice. At first, I didn't even notice it because I wasn't looking on that side of the screen. Oh, there you go. Come save me. So this is the demon that whispering to her. Probably the spider demon. And you can see all the dead Yuis. How sad. Remember, we do not listen to the demon. It's just creepy as fuck, man. The last time I saw something like this reminds me of a scene that I saw in Outlast 2. I don't remember what was it, but there was like a hanging character all over the fucking place. Just like this. You can save them. Come. So do we ignore him and go back? Come with me. All said. Can I try to reject them and go... Oh, all the Yuis disappeared. Now I can cut this. No, I can't. I have to go forward. Even if I don't want to listen to him. Oh, Yui's again. So, is this honestly the red Yui? Or is he fucking playing games with me? Yui, wait! There's something... Okay. How sad. Come with me. Come to me. Come here. Finally we meet you, son of a bitch. And you better tell me the answers to the questions I'm looking for. Yui. What the fuck did you do to her? How sad, how sad, how sad, how sad. Go with her. Well, we say yes because we don't want to leave Yui, but we cannot listen to the demon. The game specifically told us to do that. I'm not listening to him. Shut the fuck up. Bring it on, bitch. Oh. Wait, are those Yui's body, like fake bodies falling down? I don't know what it is actually. I don't... Body parts maybe. Can I cut this? Oh, yeah, I can cut it with the key, with the scissors. Don't move. Shut the fuck up. You think I'm just gonna stand here and let you fucking kill me? Hell no, man. How many more of these are here? Come cut the string, come. So I don't cut the string now? Oh. Oh man, what? Do I have to fucking do it all over again and listen to him? Oh man. I'm gonna have to skip this because I don't want to fucking replay this over and over again. Alright, here we go, round 2. Cut this off. Yeah, sure, I'm not gonna move. Oh, whoa, whoa! Wait, Yui's attacking me? Those are the stuff, those are the spikes that Yui did. Oh! Okay, this is gonna be a pain in the ass because I'm gonna have to cut a lot of the video again. Just because the game doesn't go straight to the battle, I have to just keep cutting the conversation over and over again. Come cut the string, come. Oh! I don't understand. How the fuck do I dodge that piece of shit? It's way too hard. It's like, you have to dodge the whips and you have to dodge the stuff that's falling down. This is way too much. Like, I'm trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do, and it's really annoying that I have to keep replaying the same shit over and over again just to start a battle. Maybe I'm supposed to go slower. Maybe that's the key here. Go slower and avoid everything. Oh, okay, there's nothing here. Oh, jeez. I'm gonna try to go slower. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm stuck. So it tells me to cut the string. So, what, am I not cutting the string now? But I don't really see any other option. It's gonna kill me. Okay, I have no other options. Okay, do it. What's gonna happen? Maybe he just tried to fool me like a reverse. Oh, jeez. What? The fuck? I thought he's trying to trick me like reverse psychology. So, should I ignore the last string over there and try to maybe head to how I entered here? Yeah, like, I'm gonna... Whoa! I have no idea what to do. I have no idea what to do. Fuck me, man. I don't know what to do. Well, if there's no other way for me to go around that web without going at the higher side, and then the fucking bullshit falls on me. Come on, man! Just try to pay attention to the... Okay. Oh, there you go. No, man, this is a fucking impossible. This is fucking impossible. Like, I can see the small circles that something is gonna fall down. But then there's like, it's gangbanging me with 4 circles all around me. Like, I have nowhere to go. This is bullshit. And I wouldn't be so mad about this if I could actually try to play it. But this stupid game makes me keep fucking repeating over and over and over again this stupid script. I'll sit. I think this sentence was written just to actually piss me off that I'm gonna keep dying here and the game knew it's gonna happen. You're gonna be sad when I'm done with you, you fucking motherfucker. So let's try something like this. I'm gonna go slow until I see the web, and then I'm gonna sprint. Okay, sprint now. Maybe this is the way I can fucking... Seriously, game? I cut the string! I cut the string! Move. Okay. Oh, come on! I think I need to stop right before I get to the last string, because there's a trapper. It's so frustrating, man. I feel like I want to grab my controller and throw it from the fucking window just because of this stupid text. I just have to keep fucking skipping over and over again. Okay, come here. No, the trap didn't start yet. What the fuck? Now there's no trap. I don't understand how this shit works. Run. Don't run. Oh, so I shouldn't have ran now? If it tells me to run, I shouldn't have ran? Fuck! Should I walk slowly or should I stop moving at all? I hate this shit! I don't understand this. Maybe I should wait for him to stop talking, because I think it still said, come cut the string. I have to stay away from it until the line disappears. I don't know, man. Okay, don't come cut the string. I'm staying here. Until this line disappears, I'm not going through. Okay, I think now it's safe. Do it. Okay, now am I just walking or not? Yeah, no, I'm not running. Okay, so completely I'm not allowed to move now. Okay, I get it now. I know how to fucking do it. Fuck! Don't go. Come on, just disappear. There you go. Now, I'm not moving, right? No, I'm not moving. Don't move. Come on, just stop. Oh, jeez. Whoa. Okay, did I do it? Do I go backwards? No, I can't. Yeah, rest the string. Go. Am I done? Please tell me I'm done. I'm so tired of you. Thank God. Oh my God, I think I was stuck here for more than a half hour. Oh my God, dude. Maybe 40 minutes. Shit, dude. Am I done? I don't think he's dead. But I hate this shit, man. This was the most rage quit bullshit boss battle I ever fucking had in this game. Forget about the eye bullshit. Like 2 episodes ago. That was... Oh, Yui's here again. I totally didn't see it. Yui. Oh! Okay, not that's the... So if I die here, does it make me do all this bullshit again? Because I don't wanna... How sad. Go with her now. I'm not listening to you. Oh. What's happening to me? How sad. I'm not listening to you. Don't leave me. I have to leave. That's not her. Is he just using her to try to bait me? No. No, it's not her. That's not her. Cut it. Red string is wrapping around my left hand. Cut the string. Yes. What is happening? Red string. What, do you have to spam it? Oh my God. Cut it. But it just keep reforming itself. What? What am I supposed to do? What do you want me to do? I can't do anything. I just keep cutting it. It just keep growing back. No, she's getting closer to me. Whatever this shit is. Cut it. I can't do anything. This shit is getting closer to me and I can't do shit. Whatever, man. I don't think I can fucking dodge this shit. If you're gonna tell me that I have to do this all over again. No! Okay, done. But again, I don't know what to do with that fucking bullshit. I can't turn around. There's only one option given to me, and it's to cut the string. But I never tried to click on the no when it asked me, should I cut the string? Letting her get closer to me is not an option either. Okay, where it is. What do I do? All said. Don't leave me. Together forever. Fuck you. I can't click on anything. Cut the string, no. The strings keep wrapping around my hand. Dot dot. That was different interaction. Strings, no. But then it like asks me again if to cut it. I didn't know and... Oh! I turn around. Yui. Yui. Please. Please stop. I'm sorry. I couldn't stay with you forever. Even though you saved me. I'm sorry that I couldn't save you. I'm sorry that I couldn't say goodbye. I'm sorry, Yui. Yui. Please. Please stop it. I can't take this anymore. I thought I'm dead. Or did this shithead just killed me? I can't do anything except moving towards the left side. Oh, dude, it cut me. I'm dying. I can't click on anything except just walk. I'm dead. I'm dying at least. Well, you did say the magic words again. I can't take this anymore. What is happening? What is happening? What is going on here? Am I gonna be a ghost now? So, was that the ghost Yui? And up until now I just saw a fake Yui, which was the demon itself. What? Oh, so she was... What is happening, man? That's the flashback. So what, I saw a future flashback? Is Haru dead? I don't know what is happening, man. But now I understand why she's shaking. So she basically cut off her own arm. I don't know what is going on. Sorry. I really wanted to be together forever. I'm so sorry. I'm confused, man. Goodbye. Goodbye, Yui. What is happening? I'm so clueless right now. Poopoo. What is happening, man? Can you stop turning into a Super Saiyan? I don't know, man. I don't know. Well, the game basically forces me. It keeps like saying, let go of her, I can be with you forever. I don't know what's going on. Is Haru is still alive? I guess Haru is alive because the scissors demon, he always does it. He just comes and he takes a part of your body and he took her hand. Let's just go with it because Haru... I don't know, man. What? No, you left everything open. I still don't understand anything. What is going on, man? I don't understand anything. Okay, let's just go. I don't know if this is actually the end. I'm fucking hating this. Can I skip this and see if something happens? Am I so fucking dumb that everybody understands this game and I don't? Oh god, Poopoo, please help me. What the fuck, Poopoo? Is this gonna tell me the truth now? Am I having another flashback, this time with Yui? Poopoo? Hello, you pretty little dog. Haru. She has a bandage around her? And a flashlight? On her chest? That's the tree where Yui hanged herself. Aww. I still don't understand what happened. It should be a beautiful moment, but I can't cry because if I'm gonna start crying, it's because this fucking ending. I don't understand anything that happened. I hope you two are both together now. Aww. Can't control anything. Maybe if I click X? No. Okay. Summer is ending. I moved and I made a new friend. I wonder if I'll be able to remember the summer years from now. I wonder what the future will be like. Life is very scary. Okay guys, I will admit that I lost my shit at the end of the game. Not because the game was lacking the answers to the many questions I had, but mainly because midway through the game, the story was left alone, while we wandered around the town facing random demons, and then the game just went like bang, throwing all these stories like Yui's background story, Mr. Kotari's story, Haru's role, and then the Sparta demon finale, all together at once at the ending, confusing the shit out of me and making all my thoughts collide with each other. All the answers we needed are there, but the ending overwhelmed me so much that I needed an hour off after finishing the game just to reset my mind and connect all the remaining dots. I also went online to see other people's thoughts about the ending and see if any of them had some of the missing pieces of information I was looking for. So let's start. There are 4 characters in the story that you need to pay attention to. Those are Yui, Haru, Mr. Kotari, and the Sparta demon. Everything else is irrelevant. Let's start with the Sparta demon. Oddly, without the player knowing, the Sparta demon is the first character that speaks once the game starts. That's right, the very helpful and not suspicious at all tutorial at the beginning of the game is actually the Sparta demon, teaching the new players how to operate while guiding them as Yui towards the top of the mountain and eventually telling them to take a box, put it right next to a tree, and then press the X button to hang themselves. If the player tries to walk away from the area like I did with the box in my arms at the first episode, the very helpful tutorial will stop the player from moving further and tell them to put the box near the tree. The text boards and for color are a very powerful tool in this game. Remember this as we go forward. After the player leaves the mountain for the first time, the tutorial's gray text board disappears. That's because the mountain is where the Sparta demon lives. It only shows up once again right at the late stage of the game, when Haru reaches his territory after encountering Yui in the deep parts of the mountain. During that time, once again the demon tries to trick Haru by giving her the very same tutorial advice as he gave to Yui, leading her towards the same tree and telling her to click on the X button and hang herself just like he made Yui do. This is what he does. The Sparta demon is an entity that feeds on people's negative emotions and convinces them to take their own lives for him. Even if the person himself is willing to fight his life struggle, like it's shown in Yui's letter that we found right next to the tree, telling us that despite everything that she's going through, she wants to keep looking ahead by sending Haru a bunch of letters after she moves away and maybe meet her again in the next summer. Still, the demon manages to explode Yui's pain to make her overlook logic and her own decision and cause her to suicide anyway. Her death is his fault. After reading Yui's letter, Haru is briefly snapped out of the demon's whispering influence after hearing our guardian angel Poopoo/Chako's barking. She leaves the tree area and follows his voice instead. Only then, the tutorial suddenly starts speaking to the player as it has his own mind, asking him to return, and after refusing few times, the demon reveals his true self as his text font color suddenly turns from white to a sinister red. We do not know much about the spider demon himself. He only shows himself twice in this game. At the beginning he attacks Yui right away after the fireworks festival, and at the end of the game at the boss fight. If you compare between the two encounters, you will notice that in both of them, he has lots of eyes and fingers all over him. He has 2 giant hands and 2 giant eyes right at the middle of them. His left eye though is injured for an unknown reason, and he's using his left thumb to either block the hole to stop the bleeding, or maybe he's the one who penetrated the eye. After attacking Yui, with the help of a brief light coming from a flashlight, we can see him in what looks to be a small spider form chasing her, probably trying to collect her soul. During the boss fight, he's trying to capture Haru with his white web, but also have red web strings attached to him and blocking Haru's way from reaching to his cave. I'll touch about that more when we get to Haru. There is zero information regarding the demon, other than a warning written by God knows who on a noteboard in the mountains, warning people from listening to his voice. There are also millions of shrine statues built all around this cave. Next up is the lolly which the entire story is circling around. Yui. Despite me thinking at the beginning that the first scene of the game and Yui's suicide is actually a foreshadowing conclusion to what's gonna happen at the end of the game, it was revealed that the chapters did play in the correct order and Yui was dead from the very start. This possibility is hinted by the game in Haru's diary, where she writes, "I don't believe it, cause I went with Yui to the fireworks. I remember her hand was warm. But if she was dead then, why did she die? Since when was she a ghost?" That's right, Haru was already speaking to Ghost Yui right from the fireworks day. And the warm hand part is probably an indicator to Yui's state of mind during the early period of the game, where she's completely unaware that she died and strongly thinks that it's just another day of her life. Also, we know that she wrote the letter next to the tree and suicided just a day before the fireworks day. And because we know how much important was the fireworks day for her and Haru, all those thoughts and the fact that she was a very fresh spirit unaware of her death made her belief of leaving that moment with Haru so strong that it felt for Haru as she was still alive, hence the warm end. It's only late in the game where Yui's life story is revealed. From reading a letter that she wrote and placed next to Kuro's grave, we learn how much terrible and tormenting Yui's young life has been. Already as an elementary school kid, she lost her dad, then as a result from his loss, her mom lost her mind, then a day before she hanged herself, her other puppy Kuro dies. For all this, with the fact that Haru is about to move away and she starts feeling like everyone that she loves are leaving her. Those are the precise negative feelings that the spider demon takes advantage of to lure her to her death. And just to rub more salt on the wound, he tells her as a tutorial to pick up a rock and throw it across a wooden bridge to cause Chaco to chase it, and then he influences the bridge to collapse. That was the last straw that broke Yui, as she watches her only remaining friend, our puppy, taken away from her as well. From that point, despite still wanting to continue living through a struggle, the demon feeds on her emotions and influences her to forget about everything and die. After the fireworks day, Yui starts teleporting from place to place, seeing more ghosts in each passing day. She starts questioning her own lack of memory and starting to realize that something is wrong. As the story reaches the late phase, Yui learns that she's dead after an encounter with Haru in which Haru can't see or hear her. Then her memory is starting to return. She then tells Chaco to watch over Haru and heads back to the mountain to discover what really happened to her. That unfortunately seals her fate. In the mountain, she probably read her own letters and recalled her death, and it drove her into despair. Now closer to his influence, and upon meeting the demon, he probably took over her. And just because the sinister demon didn't have enough with destroying our two lollies' life, he then uses Yui's loneliness and sets her against her very best friend, as Haru reaches the mountain after following her. This can be seen during the two's fight when Yui holds and shakes her head to fight to keep herself in control as she tries to resist the demon's influence. Remember how I mentioned before how important the text boards of each character in this game? This was the very last time that Yui spoke in the game, before completely losing her own will, as the demon took complete control of her. We see that because during the fight Yui still spoke to her using her own red text board. Skip forward to the final boss fight, and we see the spider demon using the same spike attacks that we've seen from Yui. But Yui is not anywhere seen. This is what got me thinking about the demon trying to take advantage of the two's friendship against them, and took possession of Yui's body, and as a result she was using his attacks. And that got me all confused about whatever the Yui we saw in the cave during the fight was real or fake. Turns out it was both. It was the demon possessing Yui's body or soul, because she has no body now, call it whatever you want. We can see this when Demon Yui is approaching Haru and speaking to her. This time, not by using Yui's red text board, but the demon's gray text board, proving us that this is in fact the demon. Moving on to the second lolly, and the main character we control, Haru. The most important thing to know about Haru is that she's about to move soon with her family, and doesn't want to leave Yui. Remember that. Now this is my own theory. Without realizing it, Haru is the main reason why ghosts and demons are attacking Eren and Yui from the very beginning. This is not me blaming Haru for all the misfortune, but just pointing out that her connection with Yui is perhaps the main topic of the story. Let's ask this question. What gave Haru the ability of suddenly seeing spirits? Is it because there's a saying that small young children, being pure and innocent, can see spirits which the adults can't? In Haru's first diary page, she goes, "On my way home, I saw a spirit I've never seen before." Somehow she makes it sound like she's seen spirits before. So being the child thing is the reason? Or maybe she always had the power to see spirits. Or maybe that sentence was just written in a poor way and it just means she never saw a spirit before. I'll go with my idea instead, which also has something to do with the red thread of fate. Have you ever heard about that term? In the Asian culture, the red thread of fate is a metaphoric red string that ties itself between two people, creating a bond that will never be broken. Mostly it's known as the bond of marriage, but it's also told to be a cord that connects two people who are destined to meet each other or help each other. In the game, the red thread revealed itself for the first time at the ending, wrapping itself around Haru's left hand. Other players believe that it also was the same hand Yui was holding, representing the two strong bond and why Haru felt Yui's hand was still warm as she was still alive. Haru's and Yui's friendship and love for each other was so strong and pure that even after death, their bond still attached them to each other. But after Yui's death, it also became a curse for both of them. Here's my guess. I believe Haru is able to see spirits because her red thread was still attached to Yui, which was now a ghost. And because the two girls were existing in two different worlds, Haru's world of reality started to collide with Yui's afterlife world, allowing her to see spirits. The strong bond will also explain the feelings Haru had throughout the game. Like when Yui shows up in the library, Haru wakes up saying she hears Yui calling her. Also in her diary, Haru says it again. For some reason, I feel like Yui is calling me. Then when Haru makes her way towards the Spider Demon's cave, she sees flashbacks of Yui going there as well by herself. Why would Haru see memories that have nothing to do with her and don't belong to her? Back to my theory, as for the topic of the story. When Yui encounters Haru and learns that she's in fact dead, before she sets out to the mountain to learn the truth, she leaves a letter to Haru which is supposed to act as a closure between the two. Yui explained that she's dead, apologizing to Haru for making her worry, and tells her that it's okay now, as she can stop looking for her and move on. Instead, Haru refuses to accept Yui's death and doesn't care if she's a ghost, and continues to pursue her. Even after she encounters Demon Yui for the first time, and just before the demon takes complete possession of Yui, Yui tries to give Haru yet another closure by telling her to take care of her dog and says her final goodbye. Even after that, Haru still decides to go after Yui. This was her thing the entire game. Every time she was about to give up, she thought about Yui and pushed on. In a way, it's admirable. It's the type of friendship that any of us can ask for. But in this case, it was destroying our two girls. Yui was trying to say goodbye and Haru refused to return her the same. Eventually, it all comes to an end in the cave, where Haru realizes that the demon taking advantage of her bond against them, and that not giving up on Yui is actually destroying both of them. It has to be stopped by saying the one thing Haru refused to say the entire game, saying goodbye. Now, I'm not saying that Yui wouldn't go to find out about why she died even if Haru said goodbye, but maybe it wouldn't have ended in a brutal way like it did. At last, it comes down to the solution delivered by the most fascinating character in the game, Mr. Kotowari. The word Kotowari itself means rejection in Japanese. Kotowari's shrine is located between the mountains and the den. It is known to be an entity that saves distressed people who can't endure their pain any longer. Per other players, I've learned that there's a wishing board at Kotowari's shrine. I missed it on my playthrough because after the shrine episode, the game instantly placed the player on the other side of the shrine. And in order to find it, you have to return through the shrine back to where Haru sprinted after Kotowari went berserk. On that board, there are 4 wishes towards the god by random people, all ending with the magic words, "I can't take it anymore." Whatever it's a sickness, abusing boyfriend, shitty father, or just the people you ate. Upon using the magic words like we've learned late in the game, Mr. Kotori will arrive to serve justice, and I said the word justice with a wink. It's hard to picture Kotori as a saint. His sinister form is a representation of his followers' hatred, plus his justice involving of murdering people. At the early part of the game, when we met Kotori, he's killing everything on sight. That includes people, crows, and even other spirits as we learn later, collecting hands, feet, and necks. The reason for that is because he lost control. In the past, the people of the town offered him tributes, made festivals for him, and worshipped him. As Haru reaches Kotori's shrine, we learn that the people have abandoned his shrine. No worshipping, there are missing torn pieces of the shrine, there is dirt all over the place and the roof, plus the disrespect of throwing garbage in his shrine. Combine all of that, and you get a very, very pissed off, angry spirit. It's only after Haru cleans his shrine from garbage that Kotori suddenly stops being aggressive towards her. If you look at Kotori's shrine, you'll notice the shape of a person on the ground. You see the head, 2 arms, and 2 legs. Now, I'm not sure about this 100%, but I believe that in the Japanese culture, an exact person shape like that made of paper is used for a guardian spirit or to contain and control a spirit. Now, have you ever heard about the idea that if many people think about something, it becomes real? What if all Kotori's former believers were worshipping for some kind of spirit that delivers punishment against bad people? That will explain Kotori's look, and also why as soon as the spirit shape on the ground started to glow, it went berserk on its neck to try to cut it, but eventually it calmed him down. I believe that was made to control him from going berserk and targeting anybody without any reason, like he did from the beginning of the game. Then, when the Spider Demon tries to convince Haru to suicide like he did with Yui, Haru says the magic words, and Mr. Kotori comes for a rescue, breaking the statue in front of her and revealing the path to the demon's cave. Then right before he disappears, he leaves Haru his relationship scissors, or call them scissors of rejection, as a token of appreciation for showing respect to his shrine. Speaking of magic words, who's ready for a mind-blowing revelation? Other players who played the game believed that Mr. Kotori was targeting Haru and Yui intentionally by looking for them. They are dead wrong. In the game, we meet Kotori 6 times. In 5 of those 6 encounters, someone says the magic words and summons him. He wasn't even meant to be there. In the library, Haru gets scared by the mirror ghost and says, "I can't take it anymore." In the streets, Yui picks up a note and either read out loud the words "I can't take it anymore" or the path of blood shown prior to her getting to the note means that the person who wrote the note was the one that summoned Kotori. In the junkyard, after opening the door, Haru gets startled and says, "I can't take it anymore." At the top of the mountain, as Haru trying to resist the demon's whispering, she calls out, "I can't take it anymore." In the cave, the helpless Haru can't make her voice reach Yui and screams, "I can't take it anymore." The only time that we met Mr. Kotori without summoning him was at the den, which is right next to his shrine. That's to be expected, that's his territory. And like before, he's just killing anything, including other spirits. At last, we're reaching the explanation of the final act of the game. As Haru makes her way towards the Spider Demon's cave, she keeps cutting through red web that blocks her path, and it was also the red web that Haru had to cut in order to inflict critical hit against the demon. Either those red webs were the same as the red thread of fate, and the demon was using Yui to create those to use it against Haru, or the scissors itself allowed Haru to see the demon's own sensitive weakness. At the end, as the demon approaches Haru, who has her left hand wrapped by her and Yui's red thread of fate, despite willing to try to cut it, in her heart, she's not really cutting it because she still isn't facing Yui face to face and telling her goodbye. Explaining the thread regrowth after Haru tries to cut it, because it's her herself that keeps growing it back, wishing to stay with Yui together forever. But for lust, she turns to Haru. She apologizes for not letting her go and says goodbye, but it's too late because Yui can't hear her anymore. It's just the demon possessing her. As Haru cries out the magic words, Mr. Kotori appears and saves her by cutting off her left arm with the very same end that was wrapped by the red thread of fate, symbolizing her connection to Yui, and the very same end that felt the warm touch of Yui, even after death. With the bond destroyed, both Haru and Yui are freed, the demon is gone, and Haru collapses. Now it's either was because Haru lost a lot of blood and was about to faint, or because the connection was destroyed. Haru sees Yui one last time, but this time, she can't hear her anymore. Haru says her final goodbye, this time Yui hears it, leading Haru to let go of her hand. Let go of Yui. Stuff that I don't have answers for. I understand the scene between Yui and Haru when they encounter for the first time since they split. It was necessary for Yui to learn that she's dead, but I don't understand why Haru couldn't see her then if she could see ghosts and in fact saw Yui later. Then there's the Demon's Cave. What's the real story there? What's up with all those million shrine statues surrounding this cave? Also, there's Yui's page. I still don't know anything about it. I tried to look for it online. There's nobody that actually mentioned it. There could be a secret here, something that gives you an edge on the story, but I guess I'll never know what it is. And before I close out this series, let me blow your mind one more time with a big mystery. I mean, come on, I've been blowing you the entire day. Oh wait, hold on, it doesn't sound good. Inside the cave, just before meeting the demon, Haru sees a vision. She sees herself being carried by Yui. Now after the vision, Haru mentions that she's been in the cave before. And then later, she mentions that Yui saved her. At the beginning, I rejected the idea that Haru was her. The reason for that was because in both the vision and when Yui carried her outside of the cave, we see both of them standing next to each other the same way, and also in both of them it looks like Haru is missing the hand. I mean, come on, if she was there before, so she lost her hand and then somehow it grew back and then she lost it again second time? It just doesn't make sense. There's also like a small stain of blood where the hand is supposed to be in both of them. So what I thought is that basically Haru was very confused. She didn't know what's going on and she confused the vision of seeing what happens in the future with the idea of a flashback. And her saying that Yui saved her before is maybe something out of context. Maybe she saved her in some other way that has nothing to do with the game related story. But then this happened. After finishing the game, I went to Haru's house and I found a note. This is basically blew my mind. This confirms that a different story happened before our story started. And then the second thing that blew my mind, all the paper scraps from 1 to 8 that I found in this game are all written by Yui. So I was missing 2 notes and after the game, I went to look for them. I think it's also important that I will put a map here that I found online which shows where I found these paper scraps. So she dropped the first paper next to the tree, then she dropped the second one on her way to the demon's cave. Then she drops number 3 near the library area, number 4 next to the haunted house area, number 5 in the area around the Haru's house. Then it circles back to the mountain where she has to save somebody and she drops a paper there. Moving on to paper scrap 7 where she says goodbye, 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 goodbye in a crazy way. And it's dropped on the main road to the nearby town. And finally she gets back to her house and drop paper number 8. Now I'm gonna tell you what's not gonna work. Reading this in 1 to 8 order and combining it with the context and location of each of the notes. Because if you do that, you know that paper 1 was written a day before the fireworks day. Obviously it doesn't say it here, but every word that you see in paper scrap 1 is actually read by Haru on the ground after she arrived at the tree. So it starts there and it ends with paper scrap 8. Where Yui says that Kuro died instead of Haru, ending the side story. So this is the start. And this is the end, all happening in one day. And if you go by the idea that Yui just goes around dropping notes in each one of her steps, it's just gonna make her look crazy and lunatic. So the first one happens next to the tree, then she goes to the cave. Now by reading paper number 8, then we already know that she actually went to the cave to save Haru. So here she is in paper number 2, going towards the cave, and she says, I can't say goodbye to Haru, tomorrow I'll tell her we should meet again. Why are you talking about that? It's not irrelevant, it doesn't make sense, you're going to the cave right now to save her, right? Reading this, she sounds very relaxed, it just doesn't suit the situation, it doesn't match anything. She's going towards the demon's cave, why is she talking like that? Then suddenly, she's out of the mountain area, she's around the library area, and she's talking about losing something super important to her. Number 4, she teleported to the other side of the map around the abandoned house area. Why is she there? Because something is following her? What happened to the cave? Paper number 5 is found around Haru's neighborhood. And she's talking about ever since the night I feel like something is calling her. Again, what happened to the cave? And what night are you talking about? This sounds like something that happened a few days ago, a few weeks ago. Paper 6, suddenly she's back in the mountain area and she's super determined to save somebody. Obviously it's Haru. Then in 7 she teleports again, this time on the main road to the nearby town. What is she doing there? Just going crazy, goodbye, 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 goodbye. And then this side story ends when she gets back to her house and leaves the final note there about Kuro dying. Now this night that she speaks on in paper number 5 can't be the night that she saves Haru. Because if it is, it shouldn't be spoken as a past and should be appear as paper scrap number 8 and not paper number 5. If this is the night, then she can write about going there to save Haru in the next note after that if it's already happened. Therefore, paper number 5 is talking about a specific other night. The ending can't show up before the conclusion, which is here. In the end, like I said, it doesn't make sense. You can't go by this way because the story just doesn't make sense and she's just teleporting from a place to place and she starts at the mountain where she's going to the cave, then she leaves the mountain, she goes back to the town, and then she circles back to the mountain and then she panics? What? It's super confusing, it doesn't make sense, it doesn't work. Okay guys, so I know I confused the shit out of you, but now I want you to forget everything I said. I'm gonna present you with 2 ways to read these paper scraps. The first one is the one that I prefer and feels right with the story. The second one is an alternative one. Now before we begin, I want you to completely forget the idea that Yui goes around and dropping notes behind her in each of her steps. I also want you to forget where she dropped them. I just want you to treat it as a story and just read it from 1 to 8 order without thinking about anything else. And just taking the story as it is. So we know it starts with tomorrow is fireworks day. Then she goes, I hope that I get to see fireworks with Haru again next summer. I'm going to see Haru. That's what it says. Paper 2, I can't say goodbye to Haru. Tomorrow, I'll tell her we should meet again. So here we see that she takes a turn and she doesn't want to say goodbye to Haru. In paper number 3, she loses something very important to her. I can't find it no matter where I look. What should I do? Paper number 4 says, someone or something is following me. What can I do? I have to run. That's what it says. Now is this happening because she lost something important in the previous paper? Paper number 5. Ever since that night, I feel like something is calling me. What is that voice? Now there's a new factor that insert inside the story, and this is about this specific night. We don't know when it happened, but it could be the reason for all this madness, where it all started, combined with what she lost and what followed her. In paper number 6, it feels like some time passed and now she panics. I don't care what happens to me, I have to save them no matter what. Obviously, she's talking about Haru here. Paper number 7, it says goodbye, 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 goodbye. Now this doesn't make sense, but it will if you read it with paper number 8. Paper scrap number 8, Kuro died instead of Haru. I can hear Kuro calling to me crying. I have to go. Here we learn that Kuro took Haru's place and died instead of her. So if you go back to paper number 7, this is Yui saying goodbye to Kuro. Also, a quick thing that I learned from the story is that this is the 4th time I hear that the dead are calling the living. Here it's Kuro calling Yui, then it's something that calls Yui, probably the demon. At the start of the game, the demon calls Haru, and then Haru says that she hears Yui calling her. So here what we learn from reading the story. There's a plot twist. When we started this game, we learned that Yui suicided after burying Kuro. After picking up paper number 1 next to the tree where she suicided, we learned that she wrote it a day before the fireworks day and assumed she suicided because the letter was next to the tree. But what we learned from this entire story is that all these paper scraps are all describing the day before the fireworks day. So we assumed that Yui suicided a day before the fireworks day, and we knew that she buried Kuro the same day. When she buried Kuro, she says yesterday he died. But by yesterday, I thought that she means a day before she suicided, so it's 2 days before the fireworks day. Turns out, I'm wrong. Because we learned that all the scraps representing the day before the fireworks and it ends with Kuro dying. Then when Yui buries him and says yesterday Kuro died, it means that it's the next day. It means that it's the fireworks day. Yui suicided at the fireworks day. And it matches because if you look at the time of the day when she did it and the time of the day when Haru went to pick her up for the festival, it looks like the same time of day. So she died, forgot completely what happened and appeared in her house, and Haru completely forgot what happened in the cave, as her mind blocked it after a traumatic event. As for the second way to read the scraps, I want you to treat each of these papers as its own story, and then you connect it with where she dropped it. Alright, so remember, in the previous way we read it, we treated paper 1 as the start of the story, so we treated all the rest of the scraps as the same day. But here we don't do it, because every paper has its own story, in a different time, or maybe a different day. So because we picked up paper number 1 next to the tree, we'll assume that Yui actually did suicide right after leaving it there, a day before fireworks day. Paper 2 is picked up on the way leading to the demon's cave. Before we try to read this note with the context of what it says and also understanding where is she going to, and it didn't make sense. So this time I'm not gonna treat her as she's alive, this time I'm gonna treat her as a ghost. So that's after she died already. After she left a note to Haru saying that she realized she's dead and she shouldn't look for her anymore. And in that way she means that she changed her mind and she wants to meet her again, after discovering what happened to her. That will go with paper number 7 where she says goodbye, 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 goodbye. Maybe these are the last fights she fought as she left that letter to Haru saying goodbye and it's tormented her. Paper 7 was dropped on the main road to the nearby town. That road is also connected to the train station where she encountered Haru and left the note. Paper number 3, I have no clue what she lost if it happened in the library area. Paper number 4 is on the road where it's lead to the haunted house. In the haunted house, we had Ghost following Yui. Maybe she didn't teleport, maybe she escaped, and then she dropped it on the road as she ran off the house. Paper number 5, we can think about that night as the night where the spider demon attacked Yui for the first time. So she goes randomly in the town and he just whispering and calling her. Paper number 6 is on the mountains and it's probably what she wrote just before she ran off to save Haru. Finally, paper number 8 found in her house area, and I'm gonna close it out by saying that what I'm about to say now, it doesn't matter in which way you're gonna decide to read these scraps. I think the reason why Yui went back to the mountains is because she heard Kuro crying for her. So she went there, she got influenced by the demon, and the rest you know what happened. I still prefer reading this secret message from Yui from 1 to 8 order the way I read it the first time. I think it makes the most sense. But the grand finale of this mystery that I can't find the answer for is what did Yui lost? And what followed her? And what was that night she talked about? There's a all different story that influenced the story we started. This prequel story we don't know about is likely why Haru went to the cave in the first place when she was saved by Yui. And also hides the reason for why Haru completely forgot about the cave. And it's killing me that I don't know what that story is. That's the grand mystery. Alrighty then, I really want to thank to Nippon Icchi Software and NIS America for bringing this game to a Western release and to the consoles. This has been an amazing journey. Definitely one of the best horror story games I ever played. An amazing 2D horror adventure. It's been ages since I played a game that resembled me the likes of Corpse Party. When you look at the whole story as a whole, it's tragic no matter how you look at it. It's a sad ending. But if you consider that Yui is dead from the beginning, this is really a story about Haru going through the end of the world to save a friend, free her spirit. And this is about something special between Poopoo and Haru. Poopoo lost his owner and Haru lost her best friend. Now they're both together and now every time they look at each other, they remember and see Yui as the factor that connected both of them. It's like Yui is still there for them. For me, the best ending is that I promised, since we started this game, nothing gonna happen to Poopoo. Fuck everything else. Nobody is fucking killing this dog. Mission accomplished. What I didn't like was the story was a bit too complicated, and I don't mean it in a bad way. In the game, there were many chapters where I think the developers could have done a better job spreading the information, which will make it a bit easier for the viewer to understand what's going on, instead of just throwing everything right at the last chapter of the game. It was a bit heavy, but if you step aside from the game and you see the whole story as a whole, it was an amazing story. I mean, come on, if I spend half hour just explaining the story, this just shows you how much connected I felt with the story and the game. And this is what horror games are all about. It's not just about the jump scares and the scary environment. It's also about making you connect with the story. Feel like you put yourself in the shoes of the characters. And this journey that I had with Yui and Haru, I will never forget. I couldn't have picked a better game to do my first horror series with. This was a beautiful game. I give it 9 out of 10. I would love to go back to the Yomawari world if they decide to remaster the first game for the consoles as well. I also want to spend less than a minute just addressing how bad turn the game took emotionally. And I love the idea that the developers also decided to address it like in a small way at the start of the game. Everybody going through something in their life. Some other people going through more than the others. These people don't see the world with colors, they see it in black and white. And this is what depression does to you. In this game, Yui has been through a lot, and instead of sharing it with somebody, she decided to shoulder it on herself. Now, obviously, in real life, you have no demons trying to whisper you to kill yourself. But maybe if Yui went to Haru and told her about everything that's going on, she could have helped her and she could have made her feel better. then maybe what happened to Yui I've never have happened. Don't let it consume you. Eat you from the inside. You have to find somebody to share it with. But obviously it takes time until you find the right people. People who accept you for who you are. And until you find them, you're gonna get hurt a lot. But what I'm trying to say is, the reason to leave, the reason to go forward, it has to come from you first. You have to convince yourself. You deserve better. Nobody gonna do it for you. Haru says it herself. Life is scary. But you need to look at yourself in the mirror and understand that you deserve better life. Okie dokie, so I just got back to Haru's house to record the final segment of the series. And I found this guy just, hanging casually in my house. And I'm like, what the actual fuck? Why are you in my house? Funny story, people. This is actually Mr. Yomawari. He has a big role in the first game of Yomawari, which is called Yomawari Not Alone. I don't know anything else besides that, and it's cool that they kind of like put him in this game as well. So, Mr. Yomawari, what are you doing in my house? You can't just be here, like, come on. Are you paying the rent for living here? Come on, homie. Are you paying the tax? You need to pay the tax. Okay, he's gone. Come on, Poopoo. Get a grip of yourself. You're supposed to guard a house. Also, am I supposed to ignore this fucking two evil demonic red eyes glowing next to my bed? That does it, everyone. From this point, it's all free roam. There's still a lot to explore in this game, places we've never been before. I know there's somewhere there's a school here. There are also a lot of collectibles that I didn't collect. There are some side missions to do, including with the keys we never found out what it's opening. For example, you remember the note that it said that I need to pick up the phone after 7 calls. And if you recall back, I found a phone on the floor. That was the same phone. But there's only one story-related side mission, where Haru got the flower, and that's the friend she met in her last diary page. But I'm not gonna do it because it connects with the first game and I don't want to give spoilers, and other than the flower it doesn't give anything else. So everything else is just for fun and exploring. Like I said, there's a lot to find. So maybe in the future, if I'm gonna miss this game, I'm gonna do a stream of it just to relive the Yomawari universe again. But that's it. I want to thank everybody for joining me for my first ever horror series and also my first ever series completed. This has been so much fun, and I'm never gonna forget these two lollies. Oh, this beautiful little poo-poo. Who's a good little poo-poo? So again, everybody, thanks for watching, and until next time. Who's a good poo-poo? Yeah. Who's a good poo-poo? Yes, you are. You good poo-poo.